Cover.
We're going to cover? You never did?
Yeah. Looks like we got gnats all in our way here. Ron did a few live streams here around the time, but he really wanted to come and do a tour with me, just blabbering on and on about everything very similar to my Rose Hill excursions with him.
Yeah.
But he wanted to do it during the winter time with like a snow cover, and we just were never fortunate enough to catch this. It hasn't really snowed here in the last few years. But yeah, he wanted to cover this one with snow when the lake somewhat freezes over and you just get the most beautiful serenity. But right here you have the Fisher family, and what makes this one interesting is, I want to say, of the 10 to 12 souls that are buried or that rest right here, only 2 of them are buried. Everybody else was cremated, and they are interred actually inside of the monument.
Oh, wow.
If you look closely at the statue here, you will notice under her right sleeve there is a keyhole.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been lucky enough to actually see it opened before. There are a series of shelves in here that have all of the urns of the Fisher family.
Oh, wow.
Fisher's famous paper printing and then paper manufacturing. And the Fisher building, which is downtown, I think it's on Wabash. It's either on State or Wabash. The Fisher building is famous for its architecture. It's one of the, it's a preserved landmark downtown. Yeah, look up famous Fisher building, downtown Chicago.
Interesting. That's very cool.
Yeah. Let's wander on over here. One of the very coolest ones. Alright, so the Armors, I told you how the Armors famous for meat packing.
Oh, yeah.
Canning of meat and whatnot.
Yep.
Armour actually came in and monopolized. He bought out a lot of the smaller guys that were first involved, especially a lot of the families that owned the slaughterhouses down by the stockyards. Yeah, Armour bought them out and turned it into a huge conglomerate, and almost brought up on charges of monopolizing by the government.
Wow.
Armour's a very rich family, though.
Yeah, they sure are.
Quite a few mansions and compounds up in North Chicago and Highland Park. We have a whole bunch of them that are up at the I'm going blank. It's a cemetery in Highland Park where John Hughes lies, where Marion
oh, I know which one that is, but
not the ghost of Cuba Road, but the north side, the Sheridan Road ghost that Ron and I covered on the Paranormal Guys.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of that either.
Yeah, Armour's partnered up with the McCormicks, and they bought up a lot of that property along the lake right there, which has since been turned. You still have like the family compounds and stuff, and big houses, but a lot of it has been developed or turned into like natural, like forest preserve and whatnot. All right, we gotta find a safe way to maneuver here. No, all right, we're.
Whoops.
Oops. Okay, you get the camera rolling.
I got it. I haven't shut it off.
McDougall's partners with
Dougal?
and a lot of
Oh,
stuff
look
too.
at this.
Shipping magnate and then a lawyer. We have here Marshall Field.
Oh, Marshall Field. Why did I think he was in a mausoleum somewhere?
No. Here lies Marshall Field. A whole row of them. And there's many to see.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I think you get all the way to the fourth. Yeah.
Wowee.
Marshall Field 4.
How do they reserve all this land to make sure they get a spot that far ahead of time?
Fields. He had all the money.
So this is the original Marshall
He had
Field
all
right
the
here.
money at the turn of the 20th century. That would be his great-grandson, Marshall Field 4.
Oh, so which one's the original Marshall Field?
Right here.
Okay, let me.
1835 to 1906.
So this is the original Marshall Field.
Nanny Field, his wife. A few of her babies that she lost, stillborns.
Aw, look at that.
Lewis Field, who died as an infant.
Is that another one of theirs?
Marshall Field Jr., who was born a year after his brother here, who died. Albertine Drummond, I believe one of the daughters, or else a wife of one of the sons. Marshall Field 3.
Boy, they kept the name going, didn't they?
And then you have the Dibbles here, which was daughter, I want to say one of Marshall's daughters married into the Dibley family. And then you have another bunch of their relatives off here, kings. But yeah, Laura Field Dibley. Yeah, that's a daughter who married Henry Dibley.
That's pretty cool.
Very famous statue too.
Yeah, this one, it's beautiful. My goodness.
Huh? Equity, integrity. It's been a few years since I've seen this filled up, but
Why don't they fill it?
they do every now and then.
Is there a spray or anything? It's just water sitting here.
No, it's pumped in
Like
from
a
right
fountain.
here.
But is
Yeah.
there a fountain that
You can
comes
see
up?
there's a
Oh,
valve.
yeah. Boy, I bet you that's pretty when it's on. I wish they would put it on. Not that I know if I'll ever be back to see it, but it would add to the beauty. Just pretty neat. Very cool. I'm going to shut this off.